So here we have it, the Aventador SV, this Mansory S63 AMG. But today I have found this McLaren 675 LT. Hi there guys, my name is David, you're watching VivaLaAutomotive, and it is a Thursday afternoon and I am out and about to do a bit of Supercar Sessions. Supercar Sessions is basically me going through these posh areas of London, trying to locate and photograph some of the rarest, coolest and most expensive cars out on the streets. All cars are given points based on their price, exclusivity, as well as my own perspective. 1 point is for all the basic supercars, 3 for less basic ones, 5 for hypercars, and 10 for the rarest of the rare. I haven't even gotten to Mayfair or Belgravia or South Kensington where the supercars usually are here in London, and I've already stumbled upon this beautiful matte grey Aventador SV. I was literally just driving on my usual route to Mayfair when this car just suddenly appeared out of nowhere in the opposite direction. So here we have it, the Aventador SV, one out of just 600 ever made, has a 6.5 liter V12 engine producing 700 and something horsepower. I'm not really sure, but I'll pop it up on the screen. This specific car is finished in a rather stealthy spec, which is sort of not very unusual here in London where most of the supercars are either black, white or grey. It is finished in this matte grey. It lacks carbon fiber here on the front, but of course it has it on the rear wing as most of the SVs do, and on the roof as well, red SV logo matching with the brake calipers, and yeah. And of course here in the back we've got the 4 exhausts which make just an absolutely crazy noise. This car sounds like a jet. This is my first time out and about on a Thursday, so I was quite worried that I wouldn't see that many cars because it's not the weekend, but I'd say that this is a pretty good start to the day. Let's hope that more of these cars are going to show up later. Guys, I have made it to Mayfair and stumbled across my first ever Volkswagen ID3, which is just behind me right now. Guys, I know that this is not necessarily a supercar, but the Volkswagen ID3 is supposed to be the company's, like, future, pretty much. So I thought we might as well go and have a look at it. This is probably one of the first vehicles in the UK, finished in this sort of dark grey with the aerodynamic wheels. There's this first badge on the side of the car so that you know that you're one of the first customers, I guess, of the electric Volkswagen. And now look at the interior. I don't know if you can see it properly, but it for sure looks different than anything else we've seen from Volkswagen in the past, I don't know, 20 years or so. It does look pretty modern, I guess, but at the same time it does look a bit cheap as well, in my opinion. I don't know, what do you think? The white in combination with the orange and the grey, yeah, not entirely sure about that. And in general, the proportions of the car are pretty similar to the BMW X3, which came like 6 years ago. So there you have it, the 2 electric vehicles, the i3 and the ID3. The names are quite similar as well, funnily enough. Talking about electric vehicles, here we have got yet another one, this time a bit more luxurious, the Porsche Taycan. I don't know what's going on with this street, but here we have yet another electric vehicle which I have not seen thus far, the all-electric Honda E, all new futuristic looking interior as well, and then of course the front, which is a bit controversial. Personally, I kind of like it. And lastly, this car of course doesn't have the wing mirrors. That's how you know you're in the future. Or are you in the future? It's 2020? Not sure. That was a short electric chapter in my video, but now let's move on to something a bit more exciting and some supercars, finally. Guys, look what I have found at 45 Park Lane, this Mansory S63 AMG. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Mansory vehicles because to me it's just a bit too much, honestly. Like, I'm good with the base model of whatever it is. But this car that is right behind me has an engine that arguably produces 1000 horsepower and it looks absolutely crazy as well. So let's go and have a look around this rather interestingly spec car. So first of all, of course, it's finished in matte blue. Then here it has these intakes, but all around the car there is this sort of weird pattern, and I'm not sure if it's carbon fiber or if it's just some random crystals or whatever, which make the car that much more special. But yeah, it's here in the front as well. Of course, the Mansory logo, more than tradition. That sounds very nice indeed. Another Mansory logo in here so that you know what you're paying for. It's not the standard Mercedes, it's a Mansory. Rather interesting wheels, and then of course huge wing in the back. And the interior, I honestly like the interior because just look at the stitching of these seats. I mean, that's just extra. Honestly, just look at the pattern, look at the craftsmanship that had to go into these seats. Okay guys, so I actually researched a bit about this monster of a vehicle, and it is the Mansory S63 AMG Coupe Diamond Edition, hence all the flickery bits on the trim. Only 6 of these cars were ever made, and each one of them comes with a tuned 5.5-liter V8 engine producing 985 horsepower. This engine is also capable of getting the car from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 3.2 seconds, which is faster than the Ferrari 458, for example, and has an electronically limited top speed of 186 miles an hour. I haven't found any info about the price, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be at least like $500,000. So this has been the Mansory S63, a car which I'm pretty sure is going to torn the audience. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about it? Do you love it or do you hate it? If you were to think about a road trip vehicle, you would probably think about the Audi RS6, the Mercedes G-Wagon, but you probably wouldn't think about the Aston Martin Rapide. You might be cool, but you're probably not putting a ski box on top of a Aston Martin Rapide S kinda cool. The Aston Martin Rapide is a cool vehicle as it is because it has got a V12 engine under the hood and 4 doors for 4 passengers, but with the rooftop on not the rooftop, with the ski box on the roof, it just looks that much more cooler. Okay guys, so I have made it into Knightsbridge, and unluckily for me it started raining, so I'm literally like hiding here under this one tiny tree and next to this 992 Porsche Turbo S. Okay, so we know that the performance of this car is absolutely amazing, but let's have a look at the spec on this car for a second. I would call this spec sort of the most basic spec you could order a supercar in. Just finished in black with these standard wheels, black leather interior, just as boring as it gets. And sadly enough, 99% of supercars in London are like finished in these really boring black, white or grey specs. This was my unnecessary short little rant on boring cars, but I don't know what to say. Like, I just like interesting spec and looking cars. But now let's head out and see what else we can find before the raining gets even worse. You know that I always talk about the Santander bikes in these videos and how amazing cycling is in London, but let me tell you that when it's raining out, yeah, cycling just turns into an absolute nightmare. Yeah, let's go, I guess. By the side of Harrods, we've got this Mercedes-Benz C63 with a Mansory badge here on the side, but I honestly don't think that this car is Mansory because just the Mansory version of this car is a bit different looking, bit more aggressive and all that. But still, look at this front splitter over here, finished in carbon fiber, and this badge over here. I didn't even know that these cars came with this badge. It's not the usual Mercedes badge, and instead it's the AMG badge. So kind of cool, kind of retro looking. The yellow stripe, of course, the yellow sort of stripes around the wheels. Another yellow over here and over here as well, and more carbon fiber on the back. Also, I think that this Mercedes is the US version of the car because it has got these sort of bumpers which are only regulated in the US. Quick interruption guys, I have a goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers before Christmas, which right now seems kind of unrealistic, but if each and every one of you hit the subscribe button, together we could do it. So please, hit that bright red subscribe button and help me out. To be completely fair, I didn't even want to go in front of the Dorchester Hotel because in the past few weeks there weren't many cars standing in front of it. But today I have found this McLaren 675 LT. In my opinion, the McLaren 675 LT is, with the McLaren P1, the nicest McLaren out there. And I mean, these louvers over here are just such a nice touch as well. I only wish that this car had the optional, very expensive roof scoop, but of course it doesn't have it. It's finished in this grey, but at least it has got these orange touches, so orange brake calipers, the orange LT over there in the logo, as well as the orange bucket seats in the interior. And yeah, just a bunch of matte carbon fiber. The whole front splitter is finished in matte carbon fiber, the side sills, the roof, the windows, the back spoiler, these bits, those bits, whatever. Everything is pretty much just carbon fiber. And I've only now just noticed that this car is actually not a coupe, but it's the convertible version, which means that the whole roof sort of comes off and into the back. This specific car has got the retro McLaren badge on the front as well, which is also an option. So it doesn't have the modern sort of just the swing or the logo, and instead it has the whole McLaren spelled out, and this is finished in carbon fiber as well to go with the rest of the car. And I've been talking about the McLaren this whole time, but of course there's also the Ferrari A12 Superfast, finished in the very special blue Electrico with the black matte TDF wheels, yellow brake calipers. We've already seen this car before, so you know what I'm talking about. Okay guys, so it is getting dark, it is starting to rain, and it is a Thursday, so there's not many cars around, so I think that it is about time to finish today's Supercar Sessions. Given that it's a Thursday, I think that we have seen a fair share of pretty cool cars like the Ferrari Roma, or the 1000 horsepower Mercedes S63 AMG done by Mansory, or the McLaren 675 LT, which I haven't seen in years. So, if you've enjoyed this video and watched it until now, give it a thumbs up, it helps me a lot, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more automotive content. 99% of you are not subscribed, and I am on my way to 1000 subscribers, so please just click that damn button. But that is seriously everything for today. Thank you very much for watching again, and hopefully see you next time.